Are you ready to learn from someone who literally turned a heartbreak and a bajillion rejections into a business where he now teaches other introverts how to do sales? This is the Scale You podcast, where every single week we are bringing on an amazing guest who has been through it all and is willing to break it down for you so you can also get started. I am your host, Lai Lacaba. I'm the co-founder of 2XU, an executive assistant agency. And if you're ready to ditch the grind, let's go over and scale you. Now, our guest today is a creative entrepreneur, sales captain, and community builder with more than 20 years of experience in FMCG, IT, software, and digital marketing. An introvert who's mastered the art of selling. He now guides founders, freelancers, and professionals in building practical systems for client acquisition, personal branding, and business growth. He is the founder and CEO of Uncapped Digital Marketing Inc and PGA Creatives Agency. He is also the co-founder and captain of the Philippine Graphic Artists, a creative community with more than 196,000 members. He is also the founder of Creative Entrepreneurs Network and the Canva Ambassador. In 2025, he was selected as an AI-ready ASEAN certified master trainer, helping expand AI literacy through nationwide workshops. He blends real-world sales experience with simple, actionable frameworks to help empower introverts and non-sales professionals to thrive. Hey, so welcome our guest today. We have Cap. Hey, Cap.
Hi everyone.
So excited to have you. Like, before we started recording, I said, yeah, I know we're like LinkedIn friends who've been kind of supporting each other on LinkedIn. So finally now I'm actually talking to you, and I'm super excited to dive into a lot of the work that you're doing, especially in like the digital space in the Philippines. But I always start by asking, who were you before all of this? Like, how did you actually, what was that version of you before you jumped into all of this?
Okay. So back in college, I was in UP Conservatory of Music. So my course was really different from what I do now. But after that, I decided to be in sales. So I've been doing sales for 20 plus years already.
Wow.
And I started selling when I was 15. So I'm just 35 years old. Just kidding. I decided my age. So I've been in sales for 20 plus years. I sold credit cards. I've been in the FMCG industry, IT, medical equipment, and of course, digital marketing. That's when I started really learning about digital marketing, social media marketing, and all.
Okay. What was that like for you? Like, why did you have to start kind of selling? Like, different people will have like different parts of the story. But why was that such a calling for you?
Okay. It's a bit of a personal story. It started with a heartbreak.
Usually does.
And because the family of my ex was really rich,
Oh.
they seemed to look down on me. So because how can that guy feed you or provide for your future family if he's in music? So after the breakup, I decided I really want to be in the corporate world. And the easiest way for me to do that was to join a credit card agency of Citibank.
Oh.
By the way, is it okay to mention companies or brands?
Oh, yeah. No
Okay.
issues at all. Yeah.
So that's how I started selling. And I experienced calling 100 names per day just using paper with a list of names, of course, ball pen, and ruler because the because the writings were really small or the font size were small. There, I really learned sales by doing that.
Gotcha. So you went through a bunch of rejections after, sadly, the ultimate rejection, basically. Okay. And I know, like, for me, like, as a business owner, like, sales isn't, well, actually, it didn't become naturally. Like, at first, like, it was something that was uncomfortable. And I know, like, part of your bio is, like, you're an introvert as well. I'm like, okay, how the heck do I talk about, like,
the things that I like to do. Like, I'm an introvert. Like, I get charged when I'm alone. So what was that shift over like for you from like doing sales on your own and then like getting into the marketing space and then eventually like becoming an entrepreneur? Like, what was that shift over for you?
Okay. I was head of sales in a digital marketing agency in the Philippines before the pandemic. But when the pandemic hit, I also became a freelancer. So providing social media marketing, design, and I was doing both. So imagine from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. I was doing the head of sales job. And then from 9 p.m. to 5 a.m. I was doing freelancing. So just few hours of sleep. And eventually, I realized that I was earning more already as a freelancer. So I decided to quit my job and then focus on freelancing. And I did freelancing for I don't 4 years. And then eventually I became a country manager of a digital ad agency. So it's a Hong Kong based company, but my focus is to grow the business here in the Philippines. But in 2023, again, I realized that I need to start my own digital marketing agency. And that's why I started Uncapped Digital Marketing Agency.
Gotcha. So it was a series of you managing other people's businesses and then you finding out you were like, oh, I can probably like, just do this on my own. And then now to the point where you've co-founded, what has been kind of main aha moments for you? Like people always tell me like different parts of this story of like as an agency owner, there's always pivots, there's always like shifts, there's always changeovers. What have those been either like lessons or like highlights for you?
Okay, so to continue 2023, I remember my friend who's also a coach, he told me, Cap, you're all over the place. You like learning several things that isn't even connected to your goals. And why don't we do an Ikigai session? So he told me that. So for those who are not yet familiar with Ikigai, Ikigai is something like it's a Japanese term meaning way of life or your purpose. So it's an intersection of what you love doing, where you're good at, what the world needs, and what you can be paid for. So after doing that Ikigai session, we realized that, Cap, you're good in sales. He told me this, but your passion is in teaching. So I combined both. So now, part of my agency, I teach selling for introverts. And I also, of course, focus on LinkedIn because when I started my digital marketing agency, when people ask me, what's the difference? What's your difference compared to the others? And I couldn't really answer it. So when I focus on LinkedIn and selling for introverts, that's the time that I stood out. I became really unique that when people see my posts, regardless if it's about LinkedIn or about selling for introverts, then they resonate with me and they even reach out to me for them to and ask me, Cap, I'm an introvert. You might be able to help me. Cap, I need LinkedIn. I need to know how to do LinkedIn. I need someone to manage my LinkedIn. Can you help me?
Gotcha. Like even for me, like I remember when I first started coming across, and I think it was last year or last year when we were both named like the top 100 Filipinos, and I saw your content. And I was like, okay, this makes sense for me because again, introvert business owner, also started with no idea having to sell, and like you've essentially built this really really good brand around yourself, and like congrats on hitting number one in 2025 by the way. And like how has that been for you? Like how has it impacted finding your ikigai, finding your like your center basically, and then kind of melding that with what you do in your business? Like how has that changed you to the core?
Finding my ikigai basically meant doing what I really love and being on a mission. Because right now, my mission is to really empower millions of introverts. My target this year is to be able to empower, 1-2 million introverts. Last
Mhm.
year was about 100,000. That was
Oh.
my, and I
Mhm.
think I was able to hit that because of my workshops, my webinars, my book. Quite
Mhm.
confident. You can see that, and through my ebooks and also through my posts.
Gotcha. And yeah, I do love the way that you are an actual storyteller. Like you give, you do a good mix of essentially like parables. Like you give the lesson while you're telling the story, which is amazing. And for your business on the business side, like how has that impacted? Like it's a very common thing where agencies usually try to do everything. That's a very common thing when you're starting. It's like you just want to try everything to see what sticks, to see what people want to actually pay for, and then you have to kind of go through and like niche a little bit down and like pivot. What has been kind of that journey been like? Of like, did you end up like just niching down? Did you end up just like having just a few offers, like from every doing everything to just a few offers? What was that kind of specifics on the business side?
Niching down was really difficult for me.
Mm-hmm.
Again, 2023, I continuously changed my banner, my headline. I was thinking, if I put, for example, hotel or restaurant owners, what will happen to my other potential leads or potential clients? So I was thinking like that. But eventually, I decided that as a business owner, as a coach, and as a former freelancer, that should be my ideal client profile.
Mm-hmm.
So now my ideal client profile are founders, business owners, coaches, freelancers, and even professionals.
Mm-hmm. And what's the specific offer that you guys now have? Like, is it still digital marketing? Is it you have the essentially the sales coaching in a way? Like, what if I
Mm.
was like, okay, Cap, this is the very first time I'm hearing about you. Like, how is it that you can help me?
The focus on LinkedIn is LinkedIn coaching. That's what you'll see on my banner. But when you read my about section, my content, you will see that I also do done for you services.
Uh-huh.
So that done for you services is focus on LinkedIn. We don't offer anything else. But if you want
Oh.
us to help you with, for example, TikTok or Facebook or IG, I have a partner who's doing that.
Ah. Mhm.
And that partner is also the one, or she also asked me to help out when she has clients that need LinkedIn. So done for you services, and then I also have DIY services. So
Mm.
workshops, corporate trainings, and coaching.
Gotcha. And that's super smart. Like I said, the pitfall of trying to do everything as an agency is an easy pitfall to fall into. But it sounds like you were able to create essentially like a mini network between yourself and like, oh, we don't actually do this, but I know someone else. I know someone I know like and trust who can do this for you. And when it comes to working essentially with your ideal clients, what is something that you hear a lot that they're like, this is exactly where my headache is. Like this is where I need you.
They have most of the clients that I talk to. These are the things that they tell me. Cap, I have a LinkedIn account, but I hardly use it.
Uh-huh.
Cap, I post on LinkedIn, but zero engagement. No one clicks like, no one comments. And Cap, I couldn't generate leads on LinkedIn. So those three
Uh-huh.
things they tell me, and I already know the answer, the solution, and I can either teach it to you or maybe do it for you.
Gotcha. And then on the like behind the scenes with like growing your team or starting your team, what has that journey been like for you?
I remember 2024, I was the only one. I have a business, but I'm the OBM as well. I'm the
Mm.
designer. I'm the one creating the content. So it was really hard, but eventually I decided to hire an OBM or operations manager slash something like an EA. But this year our goal, because she's also studying OBM course, so eventually she will really become my OBM, and then we will hire different people like EA or VA. But we also have graphic designers, marketing specialists, and my life partner. I'm hoping that she will join us soon as my managing director, so I can focus on just building the business. I can focus on sales and marketing because that's what I wanted to do. I don't like doing admin work.
Yeah, it's something that I teach. Is like delegation is the key for everything that you do. If there was a quote the other day that I read, like if you don't have your own assistant, that means that you don't value your time enough to start delegating to giving to other people. So you're definitely on the right path there. Now, to switch a little bit of gears, like I know you are also a essentially early adopter when it comes to AI. How has that shifted and changed? Not just maybe like your business, but also like your niche in general. Like I know LinkedIn has cracked down on AI. I know LinkedIn has like been strict, well, ever since anyway, on like automations and making sure to create like really good, authentic relationships on there. But how has that shifted your own strategy and like how you deal essentially with the space?
Okay. When did ChatGPT start again? When was it launched? Do you remember?
2022, November 2022, yeah.
Yes.
End of November, yeah.
So I started using that November 2022, just basically communicating with it. So I did a lot of speaking to the AI, and now that AI really knows me from my workshops, my programs, what's on my mind. I can even ask it if you're to give me a spirit animal, what spirit animal am I? So he knows that he told me, the AI told me that I wolf, and without telling it that it's actually one of my favorite animals because of the leadership, being in a pack. But I used AI specifically for, I was able to really come up with really good programs because of it. So it helped me, of course, create content as well. But again, because the AI really knows me, then it speaks my tone of voice, and then I add, basically I make sure that I humanize my content by telling stories, sharing stories.
So then how has that shifted, like when it comes to working with your clients? Like do you use AI on that end, or how are you basically teaching it to your community as well? Like how is that kind of two part of that?
Okay. For my clients, I already created a GPT wherein I can really create really good posts or really great posts for my clients based on the questionnaire, based on the recommendations, and based on everything that the clients gave me. So I have a GPT for that. And for my students, I have a framework that I can share with them. For example, for content creation, I share with them the Quiet Solutions framework. And I have a prompt for them. If they cannot create content, this is a prompt. This is a framework, and this is the prompt. So, and there's also one thing that I share with them. If you don't have any idea of what to post, again, this is the prompt. So,
Gotcha. So like I always describe it as like AI has made it where I don't have like writer's block anymore. I don't have the blank page anymore because I just ask AI, like ask me questions to get things out of my head so I can actually write something. It removes that part of it. Gotcha. Okay. And that's smart because like for a lot of people, especially for those who've never created content before, that can be very intimidating. That can be very daunting of like, what do I even post? So you've created like a really good framework for them. And what's then the thing that's exciting you about AI? Like in the last 2 weeks, we've had like a lot of agentic AI. We have a lot of like AGI like coming out of people trying to figure out like, oh, is this the end? But like for you, like how do you see it evolving in the next couple of years?
I haven't used it, but I really want my AI eventually to be the one doing the outbound calls. Because outbound, I hate outbound. I hate cold calling. Even if I have thousands of hours doing that, I still hate doing that.
Oh.
That's why for more than 2 years now, LinkedIn is really my source of leads. And most of it are inbound. So I want my AI to eventually be the one doing the cold calling, up to the closing if it's possible.
Well, I know I was at a conference last year and they were talking about it. There were like different developments that's already happening behind the scenes of like from an AI being the first one to say, hi, please hold, and then just passing it to the person, or to the point where like it asks the qualifying questions ahead during the call before passing it to a human. So I'm like, you know what, that sounds so nice. So I agree. So then for you, like as you see the AI space, you see the content space, you see the ikigai, the work that you love to do. If we were able to clone you perfectly, if we put you through a machine and there's now 10 caps, 100, 300, it's a whole army of you, how would you want to change and impact the world that way if you had that much influence?
Okay. Because what I really teach is about, of course, mindset, building personal brands, how to sell as an introvert. So I'd like that AI to be able to help me teach people how to have the right mindset, how to build their personal brands effectively, and how to sell. And help me hit my goal of empowering maybe hundreds or billions of introverts. Because again, times 10 caps, I think, or times 20 or times 100, that can really help.
That's true. So basically just doubling down or 10xing your current goal anyway. Well, how can people find you? How can people connect with you? How can other introverts like myself be able to reach you?
Yeah, you can connect me through LinkedIn or Facebook. I also have a TikTok account. I hardly use my IG account. But my top 3 are LinkedIn, Facebook, and TikTok. I also have a website, caphernandez.com.
Gotcha. I'll make sure. I don't think we're connected on Facebook yet, so I'll make sure to connect with you on Facebook after this. Well, thank you so much, Cap, for your time today, for sharing your story, sharing your background. I'm sure that it's inspired a lot of people who are starting to make that shift over, especially again for introverts. So thank you for being on the podcast.
Thank you, Lian, and thanks for having me.
And of course, Cap's information is going to be in the description below, so make sure to check him out and connect with him on LinkedIn and Facebook and TikTok as well. And if you guys enjoyed this episode, make sure to hit the thumbs up button wherever you're watching or listening to this. Comment below if you're watching this on YouTube. I will love to know. And if you still haven't yet, make sure to hit subscribe button so you don't miss any of the future episodes on the Scale You podcast. And I hope you guys have a wonderful and amazing day. And remember that small steps matters. And I'll see you in the next episode. Bye.